Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. Hi, I have a really embarrassing problem I've got myself into. I was sitting outside my doctor's surgery last Wednesday waiting for my appointment. No, it wasn't me. That's when I went out to go get my blood taken.
Wrote it into the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I blacked out and sent it in anonymously. But you understand why I suddenly stopped there when you hear the rest of it. I really don't know what had come over me, but I scrolled onto some Instagrams. It led me to masturbate in my car.
What the fuck?
Once I had got home, I thought nothing of it, other than a weird thing for me to do. And that's why I stopped for a second. No, it was not me. But I've seen on Facebook on a page for the local area, a post has come up asking who I am, if anyone knows me, with the picture of a car and me sitting in it. I've never done anything like this before and I'm so embarrassed and I really don't know what to do about it. If I ask for the post to be taken down, it would be obvious that it's me, and I'm worried the doctors will put two and two together and I'll get caught out. Is it just him sitting in his car? Maybe they were just like, why is this guy sitting in the parking lot in his car? Or is it like emotion? It's like a gif of him going like that, like back and forth.
Mate, I have advice for this one.
Oh, do you? Because I don't.
This is my advice, yeah.
Never
shave your head, sell the car, leave the fucking doctor's surgery immediately, find one on the other side of town, and delete your social media for at least 6 months, and then never talk about it or see or like even think about it for the rest of your life.
Surely though,
burn everything to the ground. I might even not sell the car. I might even burn it out and just claim it on insurance.
But surely, like, if the picture come from the doctors, they would know. Like, they would look at what time and who came in.
Yeah, that's why I think he said he's worried about two and two together. Because if it's someone on Facebook, if that Facebook post makes it back to the doctors,
they can sort of figure out who it is.
The doctor people will know who it is, so they'll be like, here comes Wanky McWank fucking coming in after like knocking one out in a parking lot like a fucking serial killer.
I'd love to see the picture just to see what like angle it is and stuff like that. If you actually, because if it's like him just sitting in the car like looking down, be like, well, what's he doing? He's doing nothing, is it? But if it's like a video and the car's rocking and his fucking sweat's flying off his head,
the windows are steaming up and you just see his hand go against the window.
Oh, he does a Titanic.
Yeah. Mate.
Poor guy. You could be a fucking, if you got like mad anxiety, you could claim that like masturbating is the only, that's why you're at the doctors. My mental health, masturbating is the only way that stops my anxiety. And I've now started doing it in public. I've come to the doctors for help.
Did he say he was waiting for his appointment when he decided to do this? So he knocked one out and then went in.
Oh no, the shame. There's always that feel of, yeah, he's waiting for his appointment. Yeah, there's always that shame.
Waiting, yeah. And I'll just be like, have you got a toilet? And they'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like making myself sick in the toilet because I just caused a fucking horrific crime in the parking lot. That is like
horrific crime, ain't horrific. You got to do it. You got to do it.
The post-nut clarity set in, Dan. The post-nut clarity set in.
Yeah, so there's always that guilt after you've done it.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, I feel a bit dirty now. I shouldn't have done it.
Safe to say, I've done a lot of questionable things in my life. Safe to say, I have not masturbated in my car in public. I've not masturbated in my car.
Have I? No, no, I haven't. No.
And I've done, as I said, a lot of questionable shit. But any outdoors activities have always involved another person. There's never been any kind of weird shit going on. So I can understand things getting out of control and you taking it a bit far. But fuck me, mate. As I said, burn it all to the ground.
Can't you anonymously flag things.
I don't know if
like you don't
know if the admin would know.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to be part of like a group. Like if you see something, you can flag it as you don't like it or something
you
like
can
that.
report it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
You do, but I mean, if you report something and they look at it and don't see anything wrong with it, then they'll just ignore it, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Such a difficult one, isn't it? Like the only way to get it is to remove it. Like normally, I'd be like, own up, everything. I know it's difficult, but everything gets better after you've owned up. But I do not want you to own up. I'm trying to think of a way to get out of it.
You could possibly get arrested for sexual indecent exposure, I could imagine. So I wouldn't own up to nothing.
I don't know, but
what I would say on a serious note is these Facebook groups have got fucking posts on there all the time about people moaning. Just totally ignore everything for 2 weeks and it will be gone. It'll be lost to the history of Facebook.
It's probably gone already. Like a post, half the posts I don't even see because they go up and they're gone. Unless people are like commenting on it, it doesn't. It just disappears into obscurity.
Yeah.
So I would stay away from the doctors and maybe not drive your car for a couple of days. Go get a haircut.
That's a more sensible solution than what I've been saying.
Don't draw attention to yourself. The clothes you're wearing in the picture, don't wear them.
What would
just
make
put them
me
in
laugh as well is if like you burn your car out and then there's a post on Facebook saying there's a car burnt out on this road. Does anyone know what happened?
This is a picture of you running from the fire.
Weirdly with your dick out because you couldn't stop masturbating while you were doing it.
Fucking hell. I feel this pain. Sometimes when I'm at work, I'm like, just crack one out. I could do, but I can't be bothered looking around.
It's boredom, you would do it at work?
Well, like not before, like before Sabina, I would like, if I was like frustrated, I'd be at work and I'd be like looking through my phone. I'd be like, oh, I could just crack one out. When I was at school,
avoid Instagram and TikTok sometimes, man. If your algorithm's going that way, you got to move away from it.
Oh yeah. When I was at school, I used to go home for my lunches. You can see where I'm going with that, can't
you? You dirty bastard.
Because you go home and I have my lunch, my sandwich and whatever, and I'll be sitting there watching the telly, house to myself. I might as well crack one out before I go back to school for another couple of hours. Why not?
Was you always in that house then? No, because you're quite far from any school really where you lived.
No, when I was close to the school, it only took a 10-minute walk.
Yeah, you only had a half an hour break, didn't you? Was it an hour?
I can't remember now. An hour? Was it an hour?
Fuck knows, man. We're so out of touch with school. They probably don't even have breaks now.
Yeah, no, it was quite a while. No, I think it might have been an hour. Yeah, you had to have like a pass to leave and all this sort of crap.
And when you passed the pass back, it was sticky.
No, I cleaned myself up. What do you think? I'm some sort of animal, Jamie? I'm just gone back and I'm like walking like a cowboy. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. Yeah, this one's a difficult one because what I would do was probably just keep low for a couple of days and then just let the past disappear. Yeah. I said if no one's going to post on it, then I mean you could report it anonymously, but if Facebook don't think there's anything wrong with it, then they're not really going to do anything.
And I can say from fact, like there's podcast groups on Facebook that I'm part of that get taken over with these troll people that put on like videos like monkeys getting eaten by fucking snakes and shit. Yeah. And I report them all the time and nothing happens. So Facebook ain't going to do shit. A picture of you sitting in your car, unless they can actually see your old boy out, they ain't going to do nothing.
If they can see his old boy from the side of the car, then don't put that thing away. That's a monster. You should let everyone see it.
Yeah, you should be signing up to be the new Johnny Sims.
Yeah, like it's poking up above the fucking door. They're like, Jesus Christ, that guy's gear stick is massive. Oh wait, no,
There's
it's
like
his
a
knob.
whole porn genre in it of guys wanking in cars, and then like a woman just so
Is there?
happens to be into it and walks over and starts masturbating, wanking them off. And it's
Oh,
like that's never
yeah, yeah, I've
happened.
seen that. Yeah, leans in the window, and yeah, there's one guy. I think there was
Never,
one guy that
never
was
is that
doing
going to
it,
happen.
and the woman leans in and starts like berating him, and it just makes him happier. She's like, "You're sick." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah," and she's like, "I can't believe you're doing that in public." And he's there's another. What's the other guy? Oh, what's his name? Pervy something. Where he like it's so obviously staged, but he's like bashing it out in like a hostel, and the woman comes in while he's bashing it out, and she
Oh
joins in,
yeah,
and then what was another one where he was bashing it over a sink, and the cleaner, you see her in the background go past the door, and then she comes in and gives him a hand, and I'm like, that's the cleaner. And she like fires him all over the sink, and I'm like, she just created more work for herself. That's not a cleaner.
The thing is, I know you. Well, me and you know, being semi-normal people, that looking at that
Speak,
isn't going
speak
to
for
turn
yourself,
into
Jamie.
something in real life,
Yeah, I
huh?
know.
And
Speak for yourself, Jamie.
but there's some like sick fuckers out there that will be every time the maid comes in when they're in a hotel room, they're fully going for it, thinking that someone's going to eventually give them a. They'll be like, "It's a numbers game, right? Someone's going to be horny one day." No, they're not. That's not real life.
What's that? Is it How I Met Your Mother with the woman goes on a date with a guy, and she goes out and comes in, and he's completely naked,
Yeah,
and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like,
it's always sunny. It's always sunny.
"Yeah, oh, is it always sunny?" And he's like, "It's either one way or the other." He's like, "Either they do it or they don't do it." And this time they didn't do it, so he leaves, and then the other guy tries it.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Never tried that before. But good luck, man. Like, obviously, you shouldn't. You probably won't do it again, But I personally don't, grudge you for it. Well done. Nice bit of
it's an
for you.
enjoyable story. Put it that way.
Yeah, yeah. But hopefully, nothing happens. Like, we don't want you to. It's just going to go. Like, you didn't hurt anyone. You didn't flash anyone, anything like that. It was your own sort of. Like I say, when people walk past my house and I'm naked, if you chose to look in the window, that's your fucking problem, not mine. It's exactly the same thing here. But let's know how it goes. Obviously, the next email should be it disappeared and no one knows anything. And then it says I shaved my head and bought a new car. Jamie's advice.